friends, welcome back, and today I want to bring you along with me on a little freehanding journey to crochet a cute little Valentine's top. All right, before we get into the actual top, I just want to go ahead and explain to you guys a little bit about the project that I'm wanting to make. Hopefully I can finish it today actually, but I recently posted a little inspo video where I showed you guys a ton of Valentine's crochet projects, trends, and inspos that you guys can take ideas from and make different projects out of. And out of one of those pins, I think it's like towards the very end of that Pinterest board, I linked it down in that section comment of that video, by the way. Towards the very end, there is one that looks kind of like a poncho sort of looking like top. I really liked that pattern actually, and I have some baby pink yarn extra that I have. I really want to make that top, but I honestly don't really like the whole poncho looking thing of it. So I want to modify this pattern and try to make just sort of a kind of like a tank top, but have it just go all the way straight down and then just make like a little section for the neckline basically. I'm not so sure how I'm going to do like the sleeves and the neckline, so we'll get to it. Trust the process. But I am going to start the top just like from the straight bottom. I'm not gonna do that whole V line thing that it shows in the picture. If you guys are interested in how I modify this pattern to make a different top than what is pictured, stick along with me. By the way, I am going to be using these skeins of, it's called Lil Twist baby yarn. I have 3 skeins of this, as you can see. But this yarn, it calls for a 4.5 to a 5mm, and I honestly don't have a 4.5. I only have a 4 or a 5, so I'm just going to go ahead and use a 5mm hook because I kind of want it to fit loose, make it look a little loose, you know? So 5mm is what we're going with. All right, you guys, so before we start, if you hear any random noises, children noises in the background, completely ignore them. Actually, this is my first time that I am trying out this microphone with my whole camera setup, so if you guys do enjoy it, if it blocks out like any noise in the background a little better, please let me know. I am going to go ahead and start, and by the way, always pull from the center because it's just going to be a lot better than having a ball of yarn just rolling around your room aimlessly because you decided to pull from the outside. Life tip. To start this project, I basically decided that the first part consists of like 7 stitches, and then the actual heart shape consists of another 7 stitches. So I am going to make this whole pattern based off of multiples of 14, which is what's going to be measured going around from side to side. Basically, I'm going to work out this top in 2 pieces, so one whole front panel and one whole back panel, and then towards the end I'm hoping to just sew everything on the sides and on the top where the sleeves would go. Once I have reached like a good length that's still a multiple of 14, I am going to add another 8 chains, and that's kind of going to offset like the pattern so that it can start and end with double crochets and not start with double crochets and then end with like a heart. You guys will see once we get to the actual pattern. Just trust me. Trust me. Also, by the way, if anyone wants me to like freehand more projects and show you guys my process of how I transform other patterns into other things, go ahead and let me know, because I honestly tend to do that so much with a lot of my patterns or projects that I end up making too. Okay, so here I have my big chain that goes from side to side, and honestly I ended up repeating the multiples of 14 chains 8 times. So total amount of chains that I did for myself is 112. Basically, depending on how big you want it or how like tight you want it fitting on yourself, you would like do more or less amount of chains. After this, I decided that I'm still going to do 8 more, and and that's to add the last section that I want. But now I'm realizing that this fits me perfectly, and if I do one more, it's gonna fit me even bigger, so never mind. I am going to chain 1. That's basically going to count as like my first single crochet, because I don't want to leave the top, I mean the bottom of the top sorry, looking like just like a thin little chain. I kind of want there to be like some structure to the bottom of the top, so that's why I'm just going to go back and make single crochets into every chain. I know it's annoying, I hate doing this whenever projects call for it, but I feel like it's going to give it so much structure and it's going to just make it look that much better. Alright you guys, by the way, if the camera angle keeps shifting slightly, just ignore that. I'm having to go back and forth and make sure that everything's okay, and then I don't want to leave the camera just recording for hours and hours while I get distracted, go to the bathroom, come back, and then 10 minutes later my kids need me again, so I'm like coming back and forth. Anyways, I have finally finished doing the single crochets all around the bottom, so this is kind of like the ribbing underneath. Next, I am going to just make a chain of 3, and this is going to count as like the first double crochet for every single row here and on. But basically, I'm just going to make the first section of the pattern, so it's basically just 7 double crochets. Okay, so it should be looking something a little like this. Afterwards, I'm going to chain 4 and then skip 3 stitches, and then in the 4th one, I'm going to make a single crochet, slip stitch, or make a chain. That's the thing, is that like they don't specify certain things in like certain patterns, so that's where I kind of have to take a look at the actual project itself and see what they're doing. But it looks like they just make a single crochet, so chain 4, then skip 3, 1, 2, 3 into the 4th one. I'm going to make a single crochet, then chain 4. I don't know if that looks like right. I don't know, I think I'm going to just do slip stitches instead, because the single crochet makes too much of like a little bump, or it looks a little too noticeable. So I'm going to do a slip stitch instead. Skip 3 and continue doing another 7 double crochets. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it should be looking something a little like this. Basically, you can see where like the bottom of the heart is gonna be right here. Hello? Basically, you're just gonna keep repeating this all throughout the first row. Well, technically the second row now. But you're just gonna keep repeating this, and then I'll show you guys basically what the next row is gonna look like, which is gonna create the top of the heart. After that, I need to alternate between I swear to God. Being taken away. Bro, this is so chaotic, I swear. Okay, I will be right back to show you guys how the second row looks like, and then afterwards how I'll end up switching the patterns, how they start and end, to kind of give that like checkered effect. Alright guys, so I have finished the whole bottom row or section of the hearts. So starting the next round to do like the top side of the hearts, coming back around, I'm going to go ahead and chain 3, and this is what the end looks like. It's kind of like the beginning of the hearts. I'm going to go ahead and chain 5, and into the 3rd chain from the hook, that's where I'm going to make a slip stitch, and then chain 2 more. That should basically make like the inner dip for the heart. After that, I'm going to continue making double crochets wherever there are double crochets in the previous row. Okay, you guys, this is the beginning. It honestly does not look like a heart at all. Just relaxed. Once we start doing the next row, this will kind of flatten out and it'll start to take shape. You just can't see it right now, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and keep on crocheting the rest of this row. Once I'm ready to like flip the pattern around to make like the checkered pattern, I'll go ahead and let you guys know how I do that. Okay, so here I have the first like actual section done of the heart pattern. Once I do the next row, these will go down and you can actually see the heart following it thereafter. But now that I'm starting the next section of the hearts, I'm actually going to switch up the pattern a little bit to start with the actual hearts now. I'm just going to make a chain of 3 to start like the first double crochet of the row. I'm going to chain 4, slip stitch into, well, skip 2 and then slip stitch into the next one, then make another 4. After that, I'm going to start like the 7 double crochets. So I'm going to double crochet them into the chains of like the top of this row. Somehow I got it done. Let's just move on. I'm honestly just gonna keep repeating this pattern just until I get to the top of the neckline, sorry. Basically, I'm going to stop crocheting once I get to about here, and then I'm just going to go back and continue the pattern and stop where I want like the width of the straps to be. I'll attach my yarn on the other side and then continue for the same amount that I did on the other side. That's basically my plan to do the straps. Honestly, with how time consuming it is going to be trying to like count the stitches and go into each chain to do the double crochets, I honestly think that today I'm probably only going to get the front of the top done. I'll keep you guys updated as to how much I get done little by little and how it should be looking like. I'm just hoping that this actually does end up looking good and that it doesn't end up looking like poop, but we're trusting the process. Okay, you guys, so I took a little break, but just to recap what I have done so far, basically I have done a total of like 6 rows of the heart pattern, and here we are. It's honestly looking so cute. It's actually a lot cuter than what I thought it would look like, but I'm having second thoughts about this and I'll explain to you in just a sec. But I have my late lunch snack. So anyways, some ASMR. Okay, but back to the crochet project. I honestly don't know how far I will get with one skein. I only have 3 skeins, right? I'm basically almost halfway through with one skein and I only have this much done. Surprisingly, I thought I was going to be able to get a lot more done with this much, but obviously not. And since I have a crap ton more to go, I think I'm just gonna end up cutting it off right here. And I'm gonna switch this up to end up being like a bandana. And it's actually like the perfect width right now. Like, it's actually really cute, and the back, it's long enough to where I can stretch it and just tie it off in the back, you know? I'll probably honestly end up adding a long chain just so that I can get a little help with tying it at the back of my head. But honestly, I feel like switching it to a headband is a lot cuter, and I am definitely going to have enough yarn to actually finish that. So the next round that I'm going to be doing is just a round of single crochets all the way around. I'll cut and tie off, and then I'm honestly going to make like another row of like single crochets here on this side just so that it doesn't look rough and ugly here. And I'll end up tying like another chain here on the side on each of the sides and then call it a day. I'll show you guys what it ends up looking like step by step though. Also, if you guys have made it this far in the video, please let me know and comment something, give me some sort of question, anything really, to let me know that you guys are watching this far in the video. It honestly just makes my day that much better knowing that like you guys are actually enjoying and wanting to see more of like my projects and stuff like that. Also, if you guys are interested in any vlogs, please let me know, because I honestly want to do more vlogs. I think I need to find a good format of making the vlogs, so hopefully I can get to doing that in the future. Alright, hopefully I am in frame right here, but I have finally finished the completed project from tank top to headband. I have now finished and this is what it is looking like. Honestly, it's a lot cuter than what I thought it would be. Again, please ignore any random noises in the background, oh my god. But towards the end, I ended up like slip stitching the ends together, kind of like scrunching it like this. And then I made just like a chain of 20 at the end, just to help me tie the headband in the back of my head. And then I did the same thing on the other side, just like this. And honestly, I am so happy that I did this because it gave me so much confidence to alter and make different things out of patterns and inspo that I have been seeing lately. So hopefully this gave you all some little inspo to do the same, because this is honestly nothing like the picture that we started with. So there you have it. Let me go ahead and give you guys a little look at what it looks like up closer, and ignore the dirty mouse pad, but this is what it's looking like. And honestly, I really like the detail of the hearts. I do wish that maybe I could have like flipped the chains to make it look a little better, but I'm not mad about it. But let's go ahead and try it on. All right. Actually, let me hold up my hair. My hair is just such a big mess right now, but I'm trying so hard not to style it or slick it back in a ponytail or anything like that, because that also damages your hair a lot. And I'm really trying to not do anything like that to my hair. But oh my god, this is actually feels really good. Let me just straighten up these edges. All right. Honestly, if my hair was probably like curled right now, it would probably make this whole fit look a little cuter. Basically, this is what we are working with. Honestly, I feel like the cutest little girly girl ever right now. I cannot wait to actually put on like a whole little cute outfit for actual Valentine's Day. Honestly, I'll probably end up making another one of these for my daughter so we could take cute little matching like mini-me pictures, if you know what I'm saying. All right, you guys, but that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked and enjoyed what you guys saw for today, please let me know down in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like these, more crochet content specifically, let me know. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.